Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call on Archangel Michael to place the white light of protection on us with his blue seal. And we are going to call in the Pleiadians because we're going to be reading out of a different Pleiadian book. It's the Pleiadian Agenda, a new cosmology for the age of light. And we're still on the forward portion, entering the universe. And it says, before we proceed further, we need to stop and ask a very simple question. If our young were initiated into the universe via such cosmology, one that held the universe to be sacred, one that showed to the human a vast and cosmic role, one who adorned animals and other forms of life, would our children be condemned to grow up and destroy Earth which so many of us have done? If we are ever fashion a culture grounded in a living cosmology, we need to know why visions such as clouds are inevitably going to be dismissed by the world management team. Humanity lost speculative cosmology 5 centuries ago when the new scientist enterprise destroyed the medieval humanity common and understanding of the universe. In 1543, Nicholas Copernicus, an obscure Polish astronomer, announced that it was the sun, not Earth, that was the center of the world. Of course, we now accept this as truth, but we need to remember that the entire culture was based on the assumption that Earth was the center. And one result of this transformation was to cast all speculative cosmological work similar to the one you find in your hand, cast them into the trash bin. Let me explain how this happened. Copernicus, and I might not be saying that right, Copernicus, more than most anyone, was aware of how dangerous his research was as a canon of the church. He refused to publish his findings until he was on his deathbed. And when he feared what happened, indeed did take the scientific content of his research and accepted the cosmological orientation of the entire medieval world, was slowly but decisively rejected. The modern world, based on the split between the science and religion, had beginning here. Henceforth, religion would be increasingly viewed as the repositionary of truths concerning the behavior necessary to get to heaven. Science, on the other hand, would come to understand as a method for discovering truth for the physical universe, a universe no longer considered to be filled with spiritual realities, but composed entirely of crass matter. What we need to appreciate is that Copernicus' discovery of the truth concerning Earth's motion around the sun also put humans at odds with how truth is apprehended. For many hundreds of thousands of years, held on the Earth was the center of the universe. Those earlier humans would have been deeply confused by any suggestion that the sun resided at the center, and that Earth was spinning it around. For the naive and pre-Copernicus mind, the sun is a hot thing up in the sky that travels around the Earth every day. We can't tell how big it is, but it couldn't be that big because you blocked it out entirely with just your tidal waves and vast mountain ranges and frightening hurricanes of blizzards and avalanches. The greatness of Copernicus is that this book he provided a process by which the advanced thinker of Europe could come to grasp the new subtle and amazing truth. The sun resided in the center of the solar system, while Earth and Mars and Jupiter and all the planets circulate around it. But unfortunate consequence was to convince us that our feelings and our intuition was not to be trusted. Henceforth, all the work relying on those modes of knowing. And certainly these are the primary modes of the Klaus Pleiadian agenda. where to be regarded as senseless, stupid, worthless, and a waste of time. How then is one to approach speculative visionary work, especially with this work in hand? I think there are 3 basic approaches. So I'm going to leave it at that and get through it. But that is amazing to learn about. And I really didn't know that that's kind of where it stemmed from. But if you think about it, that's why people are so speculative, is maybe between that war between religion, science, and even maybe spirituality. And that's why people want that documented proof, because people have said one thing and then they found out other things in the future. So it makes a lot of sense of why we are so speculative. So I love you all. I hope you have a blessed day, and namaste.